Boys in the Highlands is kind of strange, but I kind of liked it. This is the 13th episode of the 33rd season of The Simpsons. This is directed by Bob Anderson, and the episode focuses on Nelson, Dolph, Bart, and Martin, who have been tasked with spending time out in the wilderness as part of a course they have to do, part of a punishment for most of them, and they come across a goat, and it turns out that the goat belongs to somebody. It was in a cage, and that somebody or those people are kind of mad that they took the goat. And it gets really strange. I won't say any more than that, but it gets very dark and suspenseful. And I was really, really curious. I was really invested in this narrative. I really wanted to find out what on earth was going on, and I rather loved it. We also have some brilliant character development with Martin. I've always liked Martin as a character, but I feel like this is a turning point for the character. Maybe it won't be. Maybe every time we see Martin after this, it'll be like this episode never happened. That often happens with The Simpsons. But I thought it was a really brilliant bit of character development from Martin. Really loved the story. Really enjoyed the animation of it and how they designed the wilderness. Everything looks great. The goat looks very cute, and it just really worked really well. And this actually comes off of the back of another wilderness-based episode, Pixelated and Afraid, the previous episode, where Marge and Homer have to spend time fighting for their life outdoors. And my initial thought was, do I really want two of these back to back? No, I don't. But actually, it was pretty great. So the main narrative worked really well, really thoroughly enjoyed it. We also have a very small subplot where Lisa has sent Maggie to stay with Paddy and Selma so that she can have a weekend being an only child. And it's basically all of the things Lisa does when she's an only child, and she changes her name for some reason. They play the games that she wants to play, and she gets her parents' undivided attention. And I imagine that a lot of children in her position would do the exact same thing. I'm an older child by 10 years. I was an only child for 10 years. So I never really had that sense of never getting attention the way Lisa does, because Bart gets a lot of attention for being a troublemaker. Maggie gets a lot of attention because she's the baby. Lisa is a good girl and she's the middle child. So I can completely understand why she'd just want to go completely overboard with getting her parents' full attention. It was fun. It was good fun. It didn't take up too much focus, but I think they got the balance quite right. So, all things considered, there is nothing about Boys in the Highlands that I didn't like. Willie's involvement was a little bit random, and I feel like you shouldn't let 10 plus, I'm not entirely sure how old Dolph's meant to be, but letting 10-ish-year-old boys alone in the wilderness doesn't seem like the best idea. But nevertheless, Willie was in it for a little bit, and I rather enjoyed it. Really good episode. Didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did, but I really did. Very well written, very well animated, suspenseful, mysterious. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. Boys in the Highlands is an episode I think I'd be very happy to watch again, even though I know what the mystery was and I have all of the answers now. I would still want to watch it again, I think. Definitely an all-round pretty solid episode.